Hello, everyone. It is officially 3 o'clock Eastern Time, and this is weird because I usually do these things with somebody else, so I'm going to be talking to myself here for the next hour or so. Not hopefully an hour. We'll probably keep it a little shorter than that today because it's Friday, TJF, and we have things we need to do. So just a few little housekeeping things. I'm going to be kind of like schizophrenic while I'm doing this because I'm just keeping an eye on Facebook to see if anybody's having issues. I'm checking the group to see if you post anything in there. See this question and answer thing over here? If you want to post questions in there or in the chat, I have both of those open, and I hope that they work for you in your window. If someone could just post something at some point and say, hey, I'm here, that would be really helpful. So yeah, let's just kind of roll with that. I'm just going to see if anybody, I'm going to post something in the group. Please post to say you are here. Because I don't see any viewers officially down there yet, but that's okay. Moral of the story is that there's going to be a recording that gets sent out to all of you folks, so you will not miss it either way. All right, I'm going to message the link to a couple of you who are messaging me right now. I apologize for those of you that are sitting there twiddling your thumbs, wondering. I don't want to get too far in and then have nobody see it with me. So I appreciate those of you that are joining me today because this event is all about loving your brand and creating a brand that you're really proud of. And oh, I see some viewers, so hopefully you ladies are in here. It's all about creating a brand that you love, and if you're not 100% sure what that is yet, hopefully through this process and these exercises I'm going to run you through today, you're going to have an idea around what that brand is supposed to be for you. So that's kind of the chief goal here, and then figuring out, okay, how do we actually physically translate that into, you know, products and services and success and all that stuff. So yeah, okay. So here we go. Let's roll. Can you guys just post for me? Can somebody just post a little note saying, hey, that you're here in this chat box? Is anyone here? Because that would be really helpful. And especially because you're all going to be entered just for participating today to win an enrollment in my 6-week program, Beautiful Brand, Beautiful You, which I'm just, you know, massively excited about. That will be launching on October 6th, and it's just going to be really powerful and really helpful to those of you who are just not 100% sure, you know, how to do all of the details to help get your brand out there into the world. All right, so let's just dig in. I'm going to start with my screen share here. So again, just bear with me because this is the first time I've done a screen share by myself without having another person to talk to. And I'm going to do the share right now. All right, present to everyone. Cool, so hopefully everybody can see that. So welcome to today's Love Your Brand webinar. Today's all about gaining clarity and helping you get in touch with your authentic brand message and then sharing that message with the world. So just to get started, we're going to run through a little intro real quick. I'm just going to tell you a short story. We're going to go through an exercise, and then I'm going to provide you with the 3 steps to gain laser-focused clarity in communicating your authentic brand message with the world. Have a little Q&A opportunity if people have questions, and then I have a special offer for all of you that are here today. I love presents, and I want to give you one. And I also have to apologize. I have a cough drop in. I am really kind of sick, and I just don't really believe in being sick, so I didn't really want to go on record to say that, but there's some sort of crazy situation going on in my house. My husband had mono. My daughter was sick for 5 days, and so if this is what I'm having to deal with, I'll take it. All right. So, hold on one second. Having an issue with, as we all know, these things just continually present issues. That's not right. All right. All right. So, hi, I'm Amber Lillystrom. I am a mom. I'm a wife. I am a new entrepreneur. So, I launched my business in just 4 short months ago, which sounds kind of crazy to say that, but I had been working on it well before that. And it was a process in which to create my brand that was really challenging and emotional at times because, I had this passion, I had this calling, and I just didn't have any idea how to really bring it out into the world and how to start helping people. And so there were a couple steps that I took to kind of really boil it down and get underneath it all to figure out what my why was and how I wanted to create connections with people and share my expertise and my passion with the world. And so I'm going to walk you through some of those exercises that I went through today, and that's going to be a big part of this webinar. In addition to being a branding coach, I'm also a life strategist. I'm also a photographer. It's my passion. Photography, it's an art. It's something that I do on the side. Yes, I operate as a business, but really the thing I love the most is taking photographs of my branding clients and then giving them photographs that represent them and their brands and their stories beautifully and help them feel really authentic and empowered when they are then launching their brands and having these amazing images on their website. Because if you've read anything that I've written before, I'm a firm believer in having really beautiful photographs, professional photographs, if at all possible, to tell your brand story. It helps you just with credibility and just looking really professional to your potential clients. The life strategist part is just I have been mentoring students for my entire career when I was working in collegiate athletics, and that was my absolute favorite part of my job. And being a mentor is just something that is incredibly sacred to me, and it's something that I have enjoyed so much in my brand coaching and really just taking these clients under my wing and helping them grow. And I'm growing with all of them each and every day, and I've just received so much in return from every one of my clients. And I just know that I'm doing the thing that is my calling, and I'm just so incredibly grateful for that. And I'm just branching out, and the other part is that I'm having sustainable growth in different ways and different opportunities. And for me, public speaking, motivational speaking is a big thing that I've always wanted to do in my business, and all the work that I'm doing is now helping me to do that. So that's going to be a really important message, and when you're crafting your brand, is that there are opportunities for differentiation, opportunities to grow your business and grow yourself in that process. So yes, my life's mission, which I have outlined here, is to empower others to embrace, explore, and utilize their true gifts to change the world. And that is the root, the base of everything for me. So in helping you create a brand that you love, I'm helping you change the world, because what you're doing is important, and your story and your message matters, and you have people that you need to impact and help, and you need to create great things in this world. And so by me doing that, I'm helping you to do the same thing in your own way with your own paintbrush. And so that's where I start, and that is the foundation of all of the things that I do in my business and with the sort of creation and aspirations that I've set for myself. I'm just going to pause for a second. I apologize. I just want to look over here and see if I have any messages from folks, questions or whatnot. Let's see. See, a lot of people are checking in, so I guess we're just going to take that as a good sign. And if you're having an issue, just message me on Facebook or in the actual group. And I don't know why this Q&A thing never seems to work with Google Hangouts. Oh, here they are. Huh, silly me. Yay. Okay, there's a lot of you here. So hi, Heidi. We have 2 Heidis, and Hannah, Steph, Tammy, Nadia, Kelly. Awesome. Beautiful. Thank you so much for that, now that I'm clued into where we're supposed to be chatting. Okay, so I'm just going to make this my screen here. All right, we already did that part. Okay, so what is a brand? Excuse me. Your brand is everything, okay? So you're probably looking at me going, okay, that's really helpful, Amber. Awesome. But your brand, it's the essence of all the things related to who you and your business are. And so that's why I have felt so incredibly empowered in building Brand Love Coaching and building my own amberlillystrom.com site and all the pieces that go with it, because it just feels like me. It just feels really authentic, and I feel like I can just be me all the time. I can say what I need to say, and I don't have to hide, and I don't have to conform to some other, sort of higher power, higher authorities rules. And if I screw up, I screw up, but I'm learning as I go. And so, your brand is the same thing, and you have the opportunity to make your brand what you want it to be. It doesn't have to be by someone else's script. So think about who you are as a person. I always say you are your brand, whether you like it or not. It's the essence of who you are. All of the things that you feel and that are important to you are going to come out in your brand. So that's your brand. It's not tangible. It's a feeling above all else. It's emotional, it's psychological, and it's about the relationships that you have with your ideal customers and how they feel. It's about building your tribe. And so I appreciate all of you being here today, because I really feel like you ladies are part of my tribe, and you're here supporting me on my journey and what I'm doing. And for that, I'm just, incredibly grateful. So, and then we're going to get into kind of what your brand is not. So your brand is not your logo, your marketing plan, your website, your tagline. Those are the elements of your brand identity. Okay, so I have a lot of clients that will call me or message me and say, my brand doesn't exist. I don't have a brand. And usually they're saying that because they don't have a logo yet, or they don't have a website yet, and they have no idea how to create a tagline. Those are just pieces of, what make up your brand. You are your brand. You're the way you feel, and the energy that you're putting out into the world is ultimately your brand. So it already exists. So like, I know someone here, Steph, is on this call, and I'm talking right to you, sister. Your brand already exists, my dear, and we don't have your website done yet, and we don't have all those details built, but your feeling and the energy that you put into your posts on Facebook and the passion that you speak with about your products and services already exists, my friend. So that is your brand, and I want you to use that as empowerment. And so you can realize that these things are here, and it's already taken care of. Now you just need some support in actually physically piecing it together, and that's the next step. And so my slides are going to be a little anticlimactic, because I don't know, this is the first time I've done this, and so they're supposed to be automated, but they're just kind of jumping to the whole shebang. So all of my surprise is kind of taken out of this, but the content is the same. Okay, so excuse me, I want to run you through an exercise right now. I want you to write down or visualize, what is your one vital message that you want to share with the world? What's your message? Doesn't have to be attached to what you're doing in your business now, or your job, or whatever. It doesn't have to be. What in your heart of hearts, in your soul, do you want to share with this world? If anybody wants to post that in the question and answer section, that would be really cool, because I'd love to just chat about it. And then I'm going to have you go and push it a little further. And I did this with a client yesterday, and it was like incredibly clarifying for her. So, and it's dramatic, it's really dramatic, but I want you to think of it as an engine. It's going to move you forward. So let's say you found out that you had 1 year left to live. What would you do? You know what your vital message is, and then you find out that the time that you thought you had is no longer there. What are you going to do? And I'm pausing because it's a big question, and it's powerful, and it moves you, and it makes you realize that this time that we have here, it's non-renewable, and we only get one shot at this. And the cool thing is that you can change, you can stop, you can do whatever you want any day. You really truly can. And I recognize that we limit ourselves when we think about finances primarily, and we limit ourselves when we think about what we're capable of doing. But you're capable of doing so much more, and there are so many people out there that can help you with whatever it is you want to do. So you're taking the right step in joining webinars like this, and getting involved in different business groups and Facebook groups and communities where like-minded folks are going to help you get inspired and get empowered. So I don't see anybody answering the question here. Maybe you're trying to, and it's just not coming through. Oh, I see. Okay. So Nadia says health and fitness is fun. Tammy, high five, sister. You are okay just the way you are. That's right. And I know specifically that Tammy's Femme Essence program, that's what she's going out and doing. And she's helping women embrace their true power and their strength, and helping them kind of remove the fear and the doubt and all those things so that they can release themselves to do what they want to do. And so Tammy hasn't had an easy road, and she's doing it, and she's created this program, and it's a beautiful program. And so hopefully some of you can check that out when she's ready for the full-on launch. She's doing a test case right now with women who have been abused in the past. And so I'm really proud of her for taking her program there first and foremost to share her message and to help women that really need it to get empowered. Jacqueline's saying, if I found out I had 1 year left to live, I would spend a lot of time with my family and friends, loving on them, and I would travel. You know what, Jacqueline, my husband said the same thing when I asked him the question. And you know what, that's just as important as having this overarching message. It's a message of love, and it's a message of being there for the people in your life that you support, and helping them recognize, you know, that you value them and you value that part of your life so profoundly. So that's beautiful. Thank you. All right, so thank you for answering this question in the group. These are really powerful statements, and they're, you know, this is good. So use this now as we kind of move into the next part of this this exercise to, now that you know what your message is, it should create some clarity. You know, my client I was talking to yesterday, I said to her, she's like a jack of all trades. She's an artist, she's a writer, she's a singer, songwriter. She's done business coaching, she's done health coaching. The woman can do everything. She's amazing. And I said to her, what would you do if you had 1 year left to live? And she said, oh my goodness, I would perform. I would just get on the road and I would perform my songs and share them with the world. And I said, well, there you go. There's your answer. That's what you have to be doing. You know, that is the number one. All these other things are great too, and you can do those in some capacity, but the thing that you answer that second question with is the thing you need to focus on as being your driving force, your engine. All right, let's see here. All right, so the clarity creator, excuse me, is get in touch with your true soul purpose. And in doing so, you're going to connect with your inner calling. You're going to feel instantaneously empowered and propelled to act intentionally in the direction of that purpose. Hopefully when you answered that question for yourself, you had a light bulb moment, an aha moment. The third thing is you're going to create a sustainable path for your brand to grow and for you to evolve over time in alignment with this newfound truth, or the truth that you've known for a long time, but you've been just burying it because you weren't sure how to physically do it. And so hopefully I can help you in that process. So number one is getting in touch with your true soul purpose. The next is determining your amplifier. And so these next two steps are all about action. Now, how are you going to communicate your message with the world? What platforms are you going to do that on? So there's a lot of different ways we can do this, right? I mean, we can do it on stage. You can do it through writing on a blog. You could do a video blog. You could do it in person by going to groups and meeting with people. You could do it through one-on-one online coaching like I do. Or you could, lead group coaching programs. So there are just, sort of infinite ways in which you can share your message and get yourself out there. But you have to figure out, how you can amplify that message. Now that you have the driver and the vision behind it with the passion and the energy, how are you going to get out there into the world? What are the physical ways that you're going to communicate this message and tell people, as Tammy said, that you're okay. Tell women you're okay just the way you are. You are a credible source to share that message because you have a story, and your story is important, and it's one that needs to be told. And having the courage to be the one to get out there to tell that story and share that message is the first step in the process. So in getting clarity on your brand, it's, okay, my brand, the sort of underpinnings, the foundation, the direction of what my brand is supposed to be accomplishing in the world is this. And now I need to figure out what I'm going to do to actually physically do that. So are you going to, just start some one-on-one coaching? Just maybe a local friend. Maybe, just do a video blog for fun. One of my other clients, she just started doing videos with her iPhone, and she's had an incredible response, like in no time at all. And people are going to relate to you when they feel your passion, when they hear it. That's one thing I get a lot of feedback on is people say to me, oh my gosh, you're so passionate, like, wow, I get really motivated. And that makes me so motivated because that's how I feel. I really do. I'm pretty much as real as they get. I'm just all about helping every single one of you that is here right now recognize that your brand matters and that your story matters too. And there's a way to put it together and get it out into the world that is going to help change lives and also make you money on the other side of it too, right? Because I know that that's a big part of this. And I know some of you are saying, well, geez, I want to write. I know I need to write, but how the heck am I going to make money doing that? I hear you. I feel that completely. So I want to talk about that. All right, so money, right? It's challenging at times, and it's hard for us because we get really trapped and we get really paralyzed and scared because we're so fixated on this dollar figure and on this money aspect of our businesses. Hold on a second, I apologize. Just seeing if that's somebody. All right, somebody said they're not seeing the messages come through. Just keep on trying to post them, and if you can't get them on this little chat group, I have the event open too, so you can go to the event page and post them there. Apologize. So let me just take a drink here. I'm pretty sick, but I am here for you girls because this is really important. Okay, so money is the thing that stops us oftentimes from pursuing our dreams and pursuing our passion. And I will tell you that it is the thing that kept me from pursuing my passion for a long time. Having my daughter was the catalyst I needed and the why and the like, what are you doing moment to say, I have to make a change, I have to be fearless, and I have to go for this. And I will tell you that financially, I made a leap. I didn't know if I was going to, have clients. I had one amazing client who hired me, and it was hysterical, and we still joke about it because she asked to hire me, and I was like, what? You want to hire me? What do you mean? And then I was so excited. I was like dancing in my living room. So, it's part of the journey. It's part of the deal. And so you have to start, right? You have to start. And you have to remember that there is no secret weapon and there's no magic wand. It's just following your passion because that's where the magic is. If Amanda's on here right now, she knows that. Amanda Kingsley, if you're here, she is feeling me on that. The secret weapon is following your passion and going for it. There's always going to be a pro and there's always going to be a con, and it's just a matter of which one is more powerful for you. But here's the deal, man. If you're a writer, you have to write. And just like my client yesterday, if you're a performer, you have to perform. This is an unalienable truth that you cannot avoid. Okay? And it's going to keep coming up for you on your journey and on your path, and it's going to keep stopping you until you get in a position where you can fully do the thing you want to do. So let's keep moving here. On to number 3. So now we got to go forth and do it, right? Action expresses priorities. Now that you're embracing your authentic purpose behind your brand, it's time to make things happen. So how do we physically do this, right? So we've talked about our engine, we've talked about our amplifier, and the platform in which we're going to stand on to share our message and share our story. But now we need to figure out how physically we're going to get out there and do it. So there's nothing wrong with offering complimentary services for some test clients. That's what I did to start. I just put myself out there and said, hey, I'm doing brand discovery sessions for 5 people in a Facebook group, and they all took me up on it. It was awesome. I made some great connections, and I'm still connected to those ladies now, and they didn't all hire me, but that's okay because, I learned how to, where I screwed up, and I learned how to do it better, and I learned about, what kinds of products and services I wanted to offer in my coaching business. So I would highly recommend that you get out there and you offer complimentary services. If that's not, if you're not a coach and that's not going to work in your framework, can you go speak at a local networking group? If you go to meetup.com, there are tons of networking groups that are going on all over the place, all kinds of different things. You've got knitters in there, you've got, singles groups, you have business, you have, there's energy healers that I've seen in my area. So there should be someone that you can connect with in there who's like-minded and maybe needs your help. College or high school students, if you're an expert in your field, just reach out. Their professors and teachers are always looking for people to come in and share their expertise to help, give the students a different perspective. I did a talk with a college class last night, and it was awesome. And I feel like I was able to really help some of those students kind of think about things in a different way. So, yeah, start recording your video blogs and putting them out there, and then start guest posting. One of my other clients she's an incredible psychotherapist, and she does some coaching and stuff, and she's a brilliant writer. And so one of the things that we've talked about is really like getting your posts out there, because her voice is important, and she's an expert in that field. So you never know who you're going to attract if you can get out there and share your message in a different platform than just, in your own little, world. Let me see. I'm just going to look again to see if we're getting any other posts here, because I don't want to miss anybody in real time. All right. Hold on a second. I'm trucking on here with you guys. I'm really trying. All right. Cool. So we have, get in touch with your true voice, your why, your engine. And you get in touch with your amplifier, your platform to share, and then you need to go forth and do. And action creates results. Action expresses priorities. Physically, when I was at the position of still in my 9-to-5, I started my business, when I was still in my 9-to-5, and frankly, I'll be honest with you, I got slapped on the wrist because people saw it online, because people are connected to me in social media, and I got called in and had to have a talk about it, and it was a little crazy. And you know what? It was ultimately, it was just another, support for me, another sort of nod in the direction of saying that, yeah, the universe is telling you that you're doing the right thing, so just hang in there, sister, and keep going for it. So you should be doing the same thing too. If you have the ability, it's better right now to just like go crazy and work super hard. You can do anything hard for a year. You really can if you're feeling passionate about it, and you're receiving that magic every day because it's the thing that you feel fulfilled by. It doesn't tire you out. It feels easy to a certain degree. So I just encourage you to go forth and do it. All right, our next slide. So you know what? Here's the next thing. Give yourself permission to live your passion. Give yourself permission. Another one of my clients, the beautiful Carolina, is going to be making a really big announcement next week at her office, at her job. And I'm like, I couldn't be more excited for her. She's going to go forth and live her passion, and she's found a way, and she asked her husband for help, and she hired me to help coach her through the process. And guess what? In less than a month, she's already shifting her life, and she's going to pursue the thing that she really truly wants to do and launch her business. She gave herself permission. You need to give yourself permission to learn, to squirm, to fall, to get back up and triumph, because that's what it's all about. It looks all glamorous and stuff for these brands that are out there and launched, but it's not. It takes time behind the scenes, and I had a lot of late nights, and I still do. Just getting this webinar up was like kind of a mind warp for me, but I learn every time I do it, and everything gets easier once I start. All right, so let's keep moving here. I don't see any other questions at the time, but I definitely want to make time for that. So let's just put up, before I get into the offer, because I have a special gift for you all, and I really want to make sure that I share it with those of you who this is going to matter to and who it's going to be helpful to. Okay, I guess when I do that, I click done. Can anyone have a question at all about anything, about my process, about where you are? I would love to troubleshoot for some of you. So if you want to post your questions, I just went to the event page and I just posted that. And I'm here again. I know one of the ladies said that she couldn't see it coming through, or she was trying to post her questions and they weren't coming. So frustrating, this technology nonsense, huh? I know you have questions, and I know you're trying to ask them of me. If you want to Facebook message me with them, that's cool too, because I have it open. So those of you that have messaged me while we're talking, feel free to do that. While I'm waiting to see any questions come through, I will just kind of move forward because I don't want to hold people up if they don't have them. So as you probably have seen me posting in different places, and I mentioned it at the beginning, I am offering a program that's launching in October. And basically, this program, I'm just so proud of it. It's called Beautiful Brand, Beautiful You. It's a 6-week step-by-step guide to help you build your beautiful brand. And I just want to make it accessible for you because I didn't have something like this when I started. And really, I mean, I walk you through all of the steps it's going to take to build and launch your brand and get it out there. And so here's kind of a rundown of what those steps are, what the weeks look like. We're going to define your brand and your ideal customer. So we're going to go through some of the similar questions that I just asked you, but more in depth. And we're going to figure out who the heck you're trying to market and promote your services to. Then we're going to go through monetizing your passion and figuring out how we package what it is that you do so you can make money and you can, build your business. Then we're going to set your pricing, which is like one of those things that is completely intimidating. I remember when I was setting my prices, it brought up a lot of really weird stuff for me about like my self-worth and my value and all these things. Like, oh my gosh, people are going to pay me a certain price and I need to figure out like what I'm worth in dollar value. Oh my goodness. So I have some exercises that I went through to do that I'm going to share with you that I think are going to be really powerful and really helpful, and it's just going to make it less stressful. Then we're going to get into designing your website, like all the pieces, the style guide, we're going to talk about your logo, your tagline, all the stuff you need to get your website built, and specifically if you need to share it with a web designer. And then we're also going to, build the website content, so that's your about page, your, all those things, and then create your opt-in and market and get your brand social, which those things are difficult, and so I have some strategies and ways to do that to make it easier for you. So that's my program, and part of it you're going to have the opportunity to receive, and I'm so excited because I'm getting the proofs back from the designer like as we speak. Sarah Berkey's creative, she's so talented, and she's put together a beautifully designed PDF workbook. You're going to have it modules every week delivered to your inbox for you to actually type in them and work in them and save them for all time, for whatever you need. We're going to have a private Facebook community where we will talk daily. We'll have questions daily on the content because I really want to be part of your process. And I learned this from Chantel Adams, who is a speaking coach, and she helped me learn, how to really run a really well done program. And so I'm going to be doing that for you because it's really important that you have access to your coach and to your teacher throughout the process when you have questions. And then I'm actually going to be offering everyone who signs up for the program, I'm going to do a 30-minute brand breakthrough session with you. So we're going to get on the phone or on Skype and we're going to talk. And I'm going to, like, one-on-one help you with your brand. So you can book that anytime during the program, whatever works for you in your process. And I'm going to be all yours for 30 minutes so we can just work through your biggest challenges. So I'm excited because I'm just going to get to meet a lot of new people. And I just think, what's better than that? So so that's it. So I'm going to, at the end of this, I'm going to email you a link with a discount so you can take advantage of that $50 discount that is available till next Wednesday. So you have a couple days to think about it, and if you have questions, feel free to message or email me. But $2.99, it's a pretty good deal to have a step-by-step guide to help you build your brand, and that's really important to me. That's the reason why I created this, because I don't want you to struggle the way that I did. I want this to be easier for you, and I want you to have the support in a coach, without having to spend $1,000 right now before you're ready. Get up into that higher range that coaches cost a lot of money, and you haven't started your brand yet, so it's hard to justify that expense. So I really wanted to make this very accessible for you. So thank you. I'm going to look at some questions now because I know I have them. I'm going to stop this screen share so that you can, well, I don't know if you want to see me, my coughing self. Hold on a second. It'll be back to me. Okay. All right. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I think it's Janice. Beautiful. I apologize that I'm not pronouncing it properly. Okay. So you're asking me how to pick pictures that will reflect me. Your message is life is fun, be outdoors. So can you message me a little bit more about that just so I make sure I'm fully answering it? And do you mean, photographs for your website? Is that what you're asking about? Just want to make sure that I get your question right. I mean, I can definitely speak to that because I'm a professional photographer, and that's a big part of my business. On a different part of it, I'm actually shooting a wedding tomorrow, so I'm just excited. It's like an incredible honor to share in that with people. And their biggest day. It's just profound. But when you are, I'll give you a little kind of coach 'em up on photographs, and when you're booking a photo session for your brand, and kind of how that's different than, well, I mean, it doesn't have to be, but when you're booking like a family session, it's really important that you communicate with your photographer about exactly what you're trying to accomplish, what your brand's sort of power words are. And I know Melissa Toller just did this with her photo shoot, and her pictures came out beautifully. So, talk to your photographer. They're artists, and they understand how to capture you in a way that is that is going to be impactful, and then also it's going to really express, you know, what you need to express on your website and in your social media and all of your photo needs. So hopefully that, Janess, thank you for giving me the pronunciation, that is helpful for you to make your list of your power words and what you want to communicate with those photographs, and then think about your location and what you're going to wear and all those things, because they're all connected and they're all part of your bigger brand message. So like for me, I was able to manifest somehow like this perfect dress that I was looking for my photos, that was just really comfortable, and it even had pockets. Can you imagine? Dress with pockets, what's better than that? And it just had this shape to it that made me really, you know, I wasn't self-conscious at all. I was really powerful and confident, and it just happened. Like I just showed up at the store and it was on the clearance rack, you know? So really get clear about what it is that you want to accomplish in your shoot, and then go forth and make it happen. Go to the mall, go to the boutique, wherever it is. This happened for Tammy too. I know when she was prepping for her shoot, the same exact thing happened, and her perfect stuff came right out in the stores when she was shopping. All right, so let's see. Oh, okay, Emily is a jewelry designer, a really, really talented jewelry designer, just beautiful, sacred pieces, and I'm definitely going to be purchasing something from her. She said, what is a complimentary service or giveaway I can offer people to bring them in as a maker of physical goods? Great question. So you have a skill, and you have a knowledge, and you have a ability that you can share with people, right? So, you know, take someone under your wing, be a mentor. It's all about the way you package that, and it's all about the way you communicate that message in terms of, you know, who you're looking for and what this opportunity is going to provide them. What is their takeaway? What is the gift that you are giving to them? And I mean, that's really cool. So I'm just wondering, is that, you know, in terms of a maker of physical goods, I know that, well, I had a little sneak peek of your brand download, so you're looking for people to come and kind of work with you. Is that for, like, you know, me on the street that's, you know, someone who loves jewelry and I'm interested in coming and learning how to make it, or somebody who is hopefully going to work on your team? If you can just message me that answer, that would be helpful in terms of the next answer that I provide. Just glad that helped. Hopefully it helped the rest of you that haven't had your photo shoots yet, but definitely get your photo shoots done. You know, you can find affordable photographers. And you know what you can also do? I just actually did this. I traded services with the amazing Licia Morelli, who is she's a psychic, and she's a life coach, and she's just totally down to earth. She's not like a crystal ball, kind of like, you know, what you imagine when you hear the word psychic. She's just like you and me. She's a mom, and she lives up in Maine, and so I'm going to get to do her photo shoot, and I'm just thrilled for that. I had my reading with her yesterday, and the information she gave me was just like, oh, it was so good. So check Licia out if you're ever interested in that, or if you want to get a reading in some way. You should definitely check her out. She's really, really good. She knows her stuff, and the things that she knew when we were talking yesterday in our reading were just kind of like crazy. Like, how would she know some of the stuff that she knew? So she's the real deal. I highly recommend it. But think about trading services with people. Tammy, yeah, excuse me. Total panic attack the day before the photo shoot. I remember getting the pictures and the emails. All of your photo shoot, yes, all the photos from the shoot using Amber's power words to guide me in the selection process are going to be on your website, tammylightsell.com, so check that out. Yeah, they're beautiful. You did a beautiful job with that. And you know, I just recommend too, when you're on the shoot, on set, like getting it done, just keep reminding yourself over and over and over, like what it is that you're doing, what you're trying, like in your head. You don't have to like shout them out loud or anything weird like that. You can, but just keep reminding yourself when you're posing or you're feeling stuck. Just think, you know, for me it was like powerful, strong, accessible, you know, like connected, loving, like heart. You know, I'm all about, you know, I have my little heart-shaped rock. I hold this a lot when I'm talking to people and stuff, and this is what I'm all about. You know, I love collecting heart-shaped rocks, and I just feel like, you know, I created Brand Love Coaching because I just love helping people, and I love seeing people get into their like power and their strength and their true authenticity. And so do the same thing for yourself. You know, what is that thing that is like your guiding, you know, your sort of North Star, and keep reminding yourself of that during the process. Okay, so Emily says, I have an apprentice who has been working with me for a few months. She's becoming more of a studio assistant, so who I pay now. So, how did you get her, Emily? Think about that, and then think about, you know, going back to what we talked about, your ideal client. So think about who you would want for that job. So an example, just a personal example, I'm just trying out a new nanny next week, but I really wanted a UNH student because the college that I used to work at, actually University of New Hampshire, yay, UNH, go Wildcats, is right down the street from me. Clearly, I worked there for 10 years. And I worked with college students every single day, and that was just so powerful for me and so special. And so I'm missing it. Like, I'm missing having students to be connected to and to help them on their journeys. And so I was very intentional. I put out my posting on the UNH job posting, and I got a UNH student. So she's coming next week. She was lovely when we met, and so we're going to start next week and see how that goes. But I want to build this awesome team that's going to be that I can help in their journeys and in their lives. Even if she wants to get into early childhood education, that's awesome. Like, I want to help her do that, whatever that means. And so having her be part of our life and our family is just really important. So the same thing goes for all of your businesses when you're growing them, Emily. For you, like these people that are your assistants are going to be really important because they're helping carry your brand torch forward and sharing your message with the world, and also like being evangelists for you. So that is good. So you said you did a workshop at the farmers market. I think you need to do them in your own studio. That's cool, and you have a limited number, right? So like the scarcity thing, there's a demand that you're only accepting, 3 people, or the, spots are limited, so apply fast. Like, create a sense of urgency with your posting, with your promotion of it, so that you get the right people, okay? Nadia has to go get the kids at daycare. Thank you so much for coming, Nadia. The recording will be coming out after this, so make sure you stay tuned to that. Okay, let me see if I have any other messages or questions. Nobody else, I don't think, at this point. So, excuse me, I don't really sound like this normally. I appreciate you tolerating it with me today. So, yeah. Your brand, you are your brand. Your brand is everything. Your brand is all the things around you. Like, look around me. All these things are my brand. This is who I am, even down to this. Even down to this hockey puck, because I'm always going to be UNH Wildcat. And down to this little baby foot impression. I am my brand, and I'm really proud of that. And you have the opportunity to build something really beautiful and really authentic and really powerful. Right now, you have the opportunity to do that right now. Stop thinking you have to do something the way that someone else tells you to. You need to do it the way you think you need to. And if you have questions and you're not sure about some of those technical questions and you need help, there are people out there to help you. I can help you. You can join the Beautiful Brand, Beautiful You program. And right now, take advantage of that offer. I would love to have you on board. I'm excited to do this for the first time and to launch it with a really strong group of women who are just in it and ready to go full throttle and make this thing happen for themselves. So that's all I have today. I don't see any more questions. I'm just so grateful. Thank you to each and every one of you for being here today and just for supporting me on my journey and my path as I'm, this new entrepreneur, literally brailing my way through every day, making mistakes, but just rebounding and moving forward with my bigger calling and, with my heart, because that's where everything comes from. So I hope you can do the same. If I can support you in any way, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm at amberliliestrom.com. And after this, I'm going to send you the link with the information, also the Brand Discovery Session link, if that's something you're interested in. And yeah, cool. Thank you guys so much for being here today. Have a wonderful weekend. And big love from me to you. I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.